and bonkers TikTok diets are all the rage. And why are the seats so damn small on the airplane? 'Cause it's hard to be a person with a body these days.
You're listening to Burnt Toast. I'm Virginia Soul-Smith. For our last August hiatus episode, we are looking back at a conversation we ran in February of this year, exploring the work of attorney turned self-help guru Mel Robbins. Did she steal the concept of let them? Is high-fiving yourself in the mirror every morning a diet? As you'll hear, Corinne and I don't totally agree until we do. Before we get into it, I just want to quickly thank you if you are a paid subscriber who has been supporting our ability to take this August hiatus. We really, really appreciate you. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. So let's get into it.
Today, we are talking about motivational speaker and author Mel Robbins, and we have maybe some surprising opinions on this topic.
We do, possibly some different takes about Mel Robbins. Some evolving takes as well. In the course of researching this episode, I think we went on a little Mel Robbins journey, so I'm excited.
Me too. I'm going to introduce this topic by saying that I first heard about Mel Robbins a few weeks ago. My coach at the gym was like, "Have you heard of Mel Robbins?" And I was like, sounds familiar. Like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "I just listened to her on this podcast and I saw she was on Glennon Doyle. And I was just like wondering if you knew who she was." And I didn't know who she was, but I was like, oh, but I'll listen to her Glennon Doyle episode. I listened to it and I liked it. I found it interesting and kind of helpful. And then just a few days later, you messaged me and you were like, should we talk about this person on the podcast?
Yes, because I had no idea who she was, which we should be clear, this is someone with like 22 million followers on Instagram. Like us not knowing her was an oversight. She's an enormous celebrity, but I had somehow missed her completely. But Amy texted me one of her reels and was like, this feels like a Burnt Toast episode waiting to happen. And I sent it to you.
And I was kind of like, no.
You were like, she's not a diet. I like her. It's fine.
I enjoyed her episode on Glennon Doyle. And I was just kind of like, she's like a run-of-the-mill self-helpy person.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give a little background, she's been a self-help person for a long time. One of her first biggest things was like she did one of the early TEDx talks.
Yes.
That went like insanely viral.
Yeah, in about 2011 or 2012.
And she had this book called The 5-Second Rule. The concept is basically like, if you're thinking about doing something, count down to 5 and then do it. Which I'm like, how is that helpful? But okay. A lot of people found it extremely helpful.
Is it that it's supposed to make you like be quicker to do a thing you don't want to do or make you pause before doing a thing you should not do?
No, I think it's like you kind of like preventing you from like overthinking / talking yourself out of something.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's not my struggle, but I can see for people for whom that is a struggle. Having somebody push you off the diving board is, I mean, as someone who would never jump off a diving board, I would need to be pushed. So yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I get it.
She also has a podcast.
The Wall Street Journal calls her a billion-view podcaster, and Time Magazine says she gives millions of listeners around the globe a reason to believe in themselves.
Yes, she's very, very, very popular.
Very popular. I also want to note that she is someone who is writing books about how to change your habits, how to overcome like emotional hurdles. She is not a psychologist. She is not a social worker. She is not a therapist of any kind. She is a former attorney who first became famous because she started doing legal analysis on CNN. She covered the George Zimmerman trial for them. And then that led to actually her first book in 2011, which was called Stop Saying You're Fine, Discover a More Powerful You. So this like high-powered lawyer backstory to self-help guru is an interesting path.
So I did get her book to, research for this episode.
Wait,
and
you got the newest book? Or
I have her newest book.
What's that one called?
The Let Them Theory.
Okay.
But I want to talk about that
later.
Yeah. But the beginning of the book, she kind of goes